Hi, this is Frode and welcome to 5 Big Ideas. Today you'll learn how to use your past as a servant for your future, how to reduce negative influences on your life, how the seasons of life work, the importance of effort, and where most success stories originate from. And on this channel I pick my favorite 5 big ideas from books that help us think differently and actualize our potential, so if you're new here you can consider subscribing. And today we have another inspiring book, The Seasons of Life. It's a quick read of only about 100 pages, and it will no doubt inspire you to do more with your life. It is written by Rohn, who is one of the forefathers of personal development. Over 46 years he traveled around the world and inspired over 6,000 audiences and over 5 million people. He has also inspired to a great extent what I want to do with my own life. And now let's just jump into the first big idea. The first big idea is future possibilities. And this idea is all about using your past as a servant for your future and not as a master. You see, you are the total sum of every experience you have ever had in your life. Every book you have read has had its effect. Every TV show has had its effect. And every person you have met has had their effect. What you are and what you have is only determined by yourself, all the choices you have made. You see, the past, it doesn't have to have any consequence on the future if you don't like your past. Instead, what matters is what you do today and every day hereafter. And Jim uses a great quote to describe this. What we have been is an established and unchangeable fact. What we can yet become is an unlimited, boundless opportunity. So use your past as a servant and not as a master by choosing deliberately what kind of books you read, what people you meet, and the places you go. The second big idea is negative influence. And this idea is all about limiting the negative influences you have on your life, whether it's people or circumstances in your life. Because the fact is that each of us has negative influences. And the great challenge of life is to have the wisdom to recognize these influences and then have the courage to cast them aside. And I have a great quote from Jim to describe the danger of negative influences. None of us would voluntarily drink a glass of deadly poison if we knew what it was, yet each of us has had friends or relatives or business associates whose effect on us is just as deadly as the glass of poison. The difference is that one poison stops all of your bodily functions and kills you literally, and the other poison kills your ambition, hope, and dreams for the future. So reflect right now on the friends, relatives, and business associates that you spend most of your time with, and ask if the way they influence you is okay. Is it okay if they laugh at you for reading useful books? Is it okay for them to look down on you when you seek for a better career, to find what you were meant to do? And is it okay that they scorn you when you set ambitious goals to try to get somewhere in life? The third big idea is the seasons of life. And this idea is about how our attitudes, moods, and emotions changes throughout the different metaphorical seasons of our lives. Springtime is a time for inspiration and ambition. When you set new goals, you attend new classes, or you change to a new job. Then you have summer, which is the time to keep your constant daily effort high, continuing the daily disciplines that you started in your ambitious spring. And it's also the time to fight the noxious weeds and the busy bugs, in other words, the negative influences and the challenges you experience. Next comes fall, where you harvest the great riches of your constant daily effort during summertime. But it can also be a time of great anxiety and regret if you didn't act on the opportunities during springtime and you didn't keep up your present disciplines during the summer. And lastly comes winter. And winter can appear during any season, and in the form of loneliness, despair, and frustration. The good thing is that spring can also appear in any season, in the form of inspiration and ambition. It's just how our lives work. What's common for all of the seasons is that we should welcome adversity, because it makes us grow. As Jim says, smile at adversity, for it shall surely appear. Be grateful for adversity, for it forces the human spirit to grow. For surely the human character is formed not in the absence of difficulty, but in our response to difficulty. So what I would like you to do now is to smile. No matter what season it is, smile at adversity, because you know it will make you grow, and keep your constant daily effort high. The fourth big idea is you reap what you sow. And this idea is all about how your results are reflected by the amount of effort you put into something. This law is equally applied to all things, and it has been there since the creation of the universe. People have tried to circumvent this law, tried to move around it. They have even tried to ignore the law of you reap what you sow. But even though they tried to circumvent and ignore the law, it is still there. Your results are reflected by the amount of effort you put into something. And Jim has a great quote for this. Corn planted in the spring will produce corn in the fall, as will wheat, barley, or melons produce after their own kind. You cannot plant one crop and expect to reap another, just because you change your mind during midsummer. So if you want to reap high rewards, you have to sow the seeds of constant daily effort if you want to reach your goals. The fifth big idea is your challenge to succeed. And this idea is all about making your mark in the world. And Jim shares a great story. There are those people who feel financially, spiritually, and mentally exhausted. Some of them will grasp for better opportunities, not just to do well, but to make their mark in the world. They will be written about, and they will be talked about, and they will be examined by their peers. When they eventually achieve success, they will be seen as lucky from the society, the people around them. But what they didn't see was all the agony, the hardships, the difficulties, and the frustrations that they had to move through on their climb to the top. And the moral of this story is to be thankful for your adversities, because it's from adversities that most success stories originate. And I will use a great quote from Jim to kick you into action. The world will willingly stand by and let you feel sorry for yourself until you finally die broke and alone, if that's what you want. It will also stand aside for you once you firmly decide that your present situation is just temporary and that you will get back up and go to make your mark. The world doesn't really have time to care which choice you make, so for yourself at least, give her an adventure, with your eyes firmly set on achievement, not merely existence and self-pity. Remember that adversities is where all success stories originate from. So this is your challenge to succeed. Go make your mark in the world. Today I presented the ideas, future possibilities, negative influence, the seasons of life, you reap what you sow, and your challenge to succeed. Pick the one idea that resonated the most with you and start embodying it in your life right now. And if you have comments or questions or feedback on how I can improve these videos, I would be glad if you comment them in the comment section. And if you liked this video, you will probably like my philosophy for successful living, which is also written by Jim Rohn. And if you want more details on these ideas, you can check out the blog post that I have a link for below the video. Also, if you want new videos every single week with 5 big ideas from books that help us think differently and actualize our potential, you can click the fine red subscribe button right below the video. And if you want to contact me, you can send a message on Facebook or a tweet on Twitter. I have links to both of them below the video. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'm looking forward to sharing more big ideas with you soon. Have an awesome day. See ya.